Welcome to Echoes of the Past, where we explore the history of life on Earth and bring you the latest discoveries in paleontology. In today's video, we'll take a look at the most exciting fossil news from this week, from groundbreaking research to new prehistoric finds. If you love ancient life and want to stay updated, you're in the right place. Let's dive in. Scientists have proposed a groundbreaking hypothesis suggesting that the extinction of dinosaur megafauna at the Cretaceous-Paleogene (KPG) boundary significantly altered Earth's landscapes. These large herbivorous dinosaurs, some weighing up to 15,000 kg, acted as ecosystem engineers, maintaining open vegetation structures through behaviors like trampling and uprooting plants. This activity prevented the establishment of dense forests, allowing rivers to meander freely and deposit sediments across floodplains. However, following the mass extinction event approximately 66 million years ago, these megafauna disappeared, leading to the rapid growth of dense, closed canopy forests. This shift stabilized river channels, reduced sediment deposition, and promoted the accumulation of organic-rich layers, as observed in the fossil record. This new perspective emphasizes the profound impact that the loss of dinosaur megafauna had on Earth's ecosystems, reshaping landscapes and influencing the evolution of subsequent plant and animal life. This week, paleontologists revealed the discovery of Agriodontosaurus hellesbipitri, a fossil found in Middle Triassic rocks in the UK and now considered the oldest known lepidosaur. Lepidosaurs are the reptile group that includes lizards, snakes, and the tuatara, a rare reptile from New Zealand that is the only living survivor of a once diverse lineage. This new species lived more than 240 million years ago, making it several million years older than the previously oldest fossils from this group, and therefore pushing back the timeline for their origin. What's most surprising is that Agriodontosaurus lacks traits scientists long assumed were present in the earliest lepidosaurs, such as flexible skull joints, which in many modern lizards allow them to open their mouths wider, and teeth on the palate. Instead, its anatomy suggests these features evolved later, meaning that the ancestral lizard may have looked and functioned differently than we thought. Beyond that, the discovery highlights the importance of Europe in the early history of reptiles, reminding us how a single fossil can completely reshape our understanding of evolution. Over 400 million years ago, sharks were very different from the ocean-dominating predators we know today. This week's study reveals that early sharks lived primarily on the ocean floor, adapted to a benthic lifestyle with flattened bodies and behaviors suited for hunting and hiding among sediments. However, over millions of years, some lineages underwent remarkable evolutionary changes that allowed them to move into the open ocean, exploiting new ecological niches and becoming apex predators. This transition required dramatic adaptations, including more streamlined bodies for efficient swimming, enhanced sensory systems to detect prey in vast waters, and new hunting strategies. Today's sharks, from the massive great white to the agile hammerhead, reflect this long evolutionary journey, showcasing incredible diversity and specialization. Studying this transition not only helps us understand the evolutionary success of sharks, but also provides insights into how species can adapt to changing environments and reshape entire ecosystems over geological timescales. Imagine diving into the warm, shallow seas of South America more than 130 million years ago, during the early Cretaceous period. Among the fish, invertebrates, and marine reptiles, a unique sea turtle swam gracefully through these ancient waters, Craspedochelys renzi. This fascinating species was recently identified from a fossil that had been collected in Colombia's Guajira region back in the 1950s by Swiss geologist Otto Renz, but which had remained largely forgotten in the collections of the Naturhistorisches Museum Basel for over 60 years. When paleontologists re-examined the fossil, they realized it represented a completely new species of marine turtle. Craspedochelys renzi belongs to the Plesiochelyidae family, a group of marine-adapted turtles previously known only from Europe. Its anatomy reveals distinctive features, such as a fully ossified carapace and a V-shaped posterior plastral lobe, which helps scientists understand how these turtles adapted to life in the sea. This discovery is particularly significant because it expands the known geographic range of Plesiocheliidae, showing that these turtles were more widely distributed than previously thought. Beyond its taxonomic importance, Craspedochelys renzi highlights the value of revisiting historical fossil collections, where forgotten specimens can unlock surprising insights into the diversity and evolution of ancient marine ecosystems. Each fossil like this is a window into a world long gone, offering clues about the creatures that once thrived in Earth's prehistoric oceans. In the vast, windswept Gobi Desert of Mongolia, paleontologists have uncovered the oldest and most complete skeleton of a Pachycephalosaur, a group of dome-headed dinosaurs, belonging to a new species named Zavicephale rinpoche. This juvenile, about 1 meter long, lived roughly 75 million years ago during the late Cretaceous and already possessed a fully formed dome on its skull, a surprising feature since adult pachycephalosaurs are known for elaborate cranial ornamentation used in display and possibly headbutting behavior. The presence of a dome in such a young individual suggests that these cranial structures developed earlier in life than previously believed, offering new insights into their growth and social behavior. Pachycephalosaurs were herbivorous dinosaurs that likely lived in herds, and the dome may have played roles in species recognition, mating displays, or even intraspecies competition. By filling significant gaps in the fossil record, Z. rinpoche not only illuminates the evolutionary history of pachycephalosaurs, but also provides a window into the ecosystems of late Cretaceous Mongolia, revealing a dynamic world where growth, adaptation, and social interactions shape the lives of these remarkable dinosaurs. In the remote Chatham Islands, far off the east coast of New Zealand, scientists have uncovered a remarkable discovery, a new extinct species of shelduck from the Holocene, named Tadorna rikohu, or the rikohu shelduck. Using a combination of ancient DNA analysis and detailed measurements of fossil bones, researchers determined that this species was flightless, with shorter, sturdier wings and elongated legs, adaptations that suggest it spent most of its life on land rather than in the air. Closely related to the paradise shelduck, Tadorna variegata, from mainland New Zealand, the rikohu shelduck evolved in isolation over hundreds of thousands of years, demonstrating a classic example of island-driven evolution. In such isolated environments, limited predators and unique ecological conditions often lead to dramatic changes in body size, limb proportions, and behavior, allowing species to exploit new niches. Beyond its biological significance, the naming of Tadorna rikohu honors the Hokotohai Moriori Trust, the indigenous guardians of the Chatham Islands, reflecting a deep cultural connection to the island's natural heritage. This discovery not only enriches our understanding of how birds adapt to island life, but also underscores the importance of integrating scientific research with respect for local knowledge and history. In a groundbreaking discovery in South America, scientists have unearthed the continent's first amber deposit preserving insects, offering an extraordinary window into ancient tropical ecosystems. Dating back roughly 100 million years to the Cretaceous, this amber contains an astonishing diversity of insects, including flies, ants, beetles, and tiny wasps, preserved in exquisite detail. These fossils reveal not only the incredible biodiversity of the prehistoric Amazonian rainforest, but also hint at complex ecological interactions such as pollination, parasitism, predation, and decomposition, which played key roles in maintaining ecosystem balance. By studying the morphology, diversity, and even behavior inferred from these trapped insects, researchers can reconstruct the structure and function of Cretaceous forests, understanding how tropical ecosystems evolved and adapted over millions of years. This discovery also provides insights into the coevolution of plants and insects, showing how ancient pollinators contributed to the diversification of flowering plants. Beyond their scientific importance, these amber fossils highlight the rarity and fragility of such deposits, offering a unique and irreplaceable record of life that would otherwise be lost to time, preserving the hidden dramas of prehistoric ecosystems for modern science to explore. Imagine walking along the rugged cliffs of Portugal's Atlantic coast more than 125 million years ago, where lush vegetation stretched across a landscape teeming with dinosaurs. Hidden in the rocks near Praia do Areia do Mastro, paleontologists discovered a nearly complete skull of a plant-eating iguanodon, now named Cariocecus bacagii. What makes this dinosaur truly unique is its fused maxilla and jugal bones, a feature never seen in other iguanodonts, giving scientists a rare glimpse into the evolutionary experiments of herbivorous dinosaurs. Iguanodonts like Cariocecus were important ecosystem engineers, shaping the flora and serving as prey for predators. And this new species shows that the early Cretaceous of Portugal was far more diverse than we once imagined. The fossil comes from the Papo Seco Formation, a treasure trove of prehistoric life, including titanosaurs, pterosaurs, and early theropods, allowing researchers to reconstruct an ancient world full of ecological interactions. Studied through international collaboration between Belgian and Portuguese institutions, Cariocecus bacagii reminds us that careful excavation and modern techniques can reveal hidden stories in old rocks, opening a window into Earth's fascinating and still mysterious prehistoric past. In the Gobi Desert of Mongolia, paleontologists have discovered two new species of giant Azdarchid pterosaurs, belonging to the late Cretaceous period and shedding new light on the diversity of flying reptiles just before the end of the age of dinosaurs. These enormous pterosaurs, with wingspans estimated at over 6 meters, were among the largest flying animals ever to exist, and their fossils reveal adaptations for long-distance flight, hunting, and possibly scavenging across vast floodplains and river systems. The discovery of these species, named Caris-Draken biancheri and Tethadraco mongoliensis, helps fill critical gaps in our understanding of Azdarchid evolution, ecology, and behavior, showing that these flying giants were widespread across Asia and played key roles in their ecosystems. By studying the morphology of their skeletons, especially their long necks and limbs, scientists can infer how they captured prey, interacted with their environment, and maintained their position as apex aerial predators. This find not only expands our knowledge of pterosaur diversity, but also highlights the remarkable evolutionary innovations that allowed some reptiles to conquer the skies on an unprecedented scale. Over 55 million years ago, during a period known as the Paleocene thermal maximum, Earth experienced one of the fastest and most dramatic climate changes in its history, with global temperatures rising by 5 to 8 degrees Celsius in just a few thousand years. In the lush forests of what is now Wyoming's Bighorn Basin, scientists have discovered fossilized pollen grains that tell a fascinating story about how plants responded to this heat. By analyzing these pollen clumps and comparing them with their modern relatives, researchers found that animal pollination became significantly more common, while wind pollination declined. This suggests that as the climate warmed, plants increasingly relied on insects and other animals to reproduce, likely because shifts in flowering times and environmental stress made wind less effective. In other words, ancient ecosystems rapidly adapted by strengthening plant-pollinator relationships, highlighting the remarkable resilience of life in the face of extreme climate events. Studying these ancient responses gives us a window into how current and future warming could reshape ecosystems, offering valuable lessons about biodiversity, adaptation, and the delicate balance between plants and their pollinators. Thanks for joining me on this journey through the latest and most exciting discoveries in paleontology. If you enjoyed exploring these incredible fossils and prehistoric creatures, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our weekly updates. And don't forget to click the bell icon. That way you'll be the first to know when new videos drop, bringing the ancient past straight to your screen. Stay curious, stay inspired, and I'll see you in the next episode of Paleo Weekly.